And welcome back, YouTubians. This is your host. We're doing something very hokey. Hokey? Yeah, we're drilling. We're cross drilling my rotors on my GTI. One of them, because I blew up one when the accident literally exploded, and I just need another one, just so that I can, it looks kind of the same as the opposite side. You know what I'm saying? So I have a matching pair. But I've always wanted to do that. I was like, I've always wanted to cross drill a rotor. I wonder if I could do it, right? So I do not recommend you do that. Don't do this. Don't do what I do, unless you're me, okay? Um, because that car is going to get registered and it's going to be kind of like a daily driver. Like if I get tired of driving my daily driver, that green bug, which is extremely reliable, um, I can jump in my GTI and and whatever, just whatever. I'll have a spare. So that's gonna be my spare. So the whole thing is I'm gonna cross drill and just fix the rear brakes so they're reliable ish. So it's not gonna kill me. You know, but we are gonna replace those rotors eventually, not too long from now. But I just want them to get spruce them up. Yeah, because I can get the rotors for MK3. Yeah, they're MK3 rotors. They're 5 bolt instead of four. Originally, the GTI MK2 comes with a 4 bolt, but we're gonna go five. Five is better always, right? The more the merrier. So yeah, I can get them for like 120 a set for the rear. It's like, why even cross drill them, right? Right. But I always wanted to do this. So we're just gonna do that and see what happens. Okay. Don't do what I'm doing. All right. You've been warned. And here's my hokiness. We're doing the what do you call it? The cross drilling my rotor. Well, just one. I only need one of them because I have an original one that didn't get damaged when it was in the accident. Basically, the other one literally exploded from here. It broke into 3 pieces or so. So I only have one good one, and this one's really good. It's rusty, but look, there is no ridges whatsoever. And this one is slotted and drilled, okay? But I only want to do the drilling just so it kind of matches. I don't care about this, okay? This car is not going to be like driven in tracks or anything like that, okay? So I really don't care. So what I need to build is another one. So what I did is I just mirrored these holes on that rotor and used the punch, through here, and made all the punch things here, like you can tell right there and there. And I know exactly where to drill. So that's what I'm doing. I only have 3 more to go. And basically I'm just using thread cutter oil on my thing. And that's away we go. Like so. So, anyway, so I already have the drill that's going to be champering the edges right here. It's this drill right here. So that, you chamfer them, because if you don't do this, they can crack and create cracks that go, like that. So this is the drill. I already measured it on the other rotor. So I know it's this one. And yeah, that's what we're doing. So I'm going to be doing this, finishing it up, and I'll install this rotor on, let's see, the passenger side? No, the driver's side. And I'll install this other rotor on the passenger side. And you ought to see the calipers. Oh my god, they look like shit. It came from with that, what do you call it? Subframe. And everything was different from this is okay. The GTI is an 89, and we got this other subframe from a 91. That 91 was slightly different on everything. The brakes, the brackets for the caliper, everything was just different. We couldn't, swap it over from the old one to the new one. So whatever. So we're using the 91 hardware, and it's kind of hokey. I need to paint everything so it doesn't look hokey, because it looks rusty and just look like shit. So I spared you the pain. I went ahead and already scrubbed it. And look at what came off out of this bracket. This is for the caliper right there. And, I'm going to paint the caliper right now. Now that it's very accessible. And we'll be putting back that rotor. So, yeah, that's the one that we drilled. Cross-drilled. Looks pretty good. Check it out. It never got work. So, I still have to pack it with grease and all that good stuff. But I'll just... Yeah, it doesn't look too dirty. I'm going to go ahead and definitely paint that. And I'm using high heat paint. Okay. Actually looks a lot better now. Look at that. Nice and black. So I got some overspray on my Borla exhaust, so I gotta clean that. We got acetone. Alright, so I just painted my rotor. As you can see, I painted even the edge right here so it doesn't rust anymore. This edge right here so it doesn't rust all the way up to here. And the other side also I painted it. Painted my bracket, so now it looks nice and putty. So we're going to put it all back together. And you're saying, why did you paint the surface, right? Don't worry, it'll come right off with the magic of acetone. That's acetone. It'll come right off. Once it's on there, I'll just spin it. I'm going to spin it, you know, spin it with the acetone in here, and it'll come right off. And it's only going to be the brake surfaces that I'm going to be cleaning. Everything else, I mean, it's looking bitchin'. So I'm going to put everything back together right now. Look at how beautiful that looks. Look at this is the one we drilled, okay? All right, I mean, shit just totally looks bitchin'. My God. Big difference, huh? Okay, we're going to do the same thing to this side. Because, I mean, look at that. See, I always find this rusty part kind of embarrassing. Yeah, because I'm like that. And this edge right here, when it's rusted, same thing, embarrassing. Rusted, embarrassing. Rusted, embarrassing. And these rims that go here, they're not exactly covering this up. So you can see all the nastiness, including this. So we can't have that. I mean, look at that. And then look at this now. Look at the difference. My God. It's like night and day. Yeah, I know. I have to detail the whole... Everything has to be detailed. Patient, my little grasshopper. Patience. So, okay. We're moving on. I'm going to put the wheels on. See? These wheels don't cover much. See? I mean, they're open. You can see everything. And I still need to get to replace these tires. These are no good. I mean, look at this. Look. See? So now we clean the inside of the rim using some awesome. Yeah, this works really, really good. It'll take off any oils. Okay, that should be enough. Let me grab my little scrub. Okay, man. That's it. That's all there's to it. That's all there's to it. All right, she's clean. She's clean. It took forever. That thing was just caked on there, super thick. Yeah, she's clean now. So, see if tomorrow. Oh no, tomorrow's Sunday. Tire shop is closed, so maybe next week I'll get new tires for this baby, and then I'll smog it, and I should be able to do some really good pulls with the app, because I want to see how many horses this thing has. I suspect it's somewhere around 180, because the engine's it's a stroker. It's slightly bigger than a 2.0. Okay, slightly bigger. It's almost a 2.1 liter. I don't remember the number. So, yeah, whatever. 16 valves. GTI. I'll be using my impact wrench, and yeah, I never ever use impact sockets for this stuff, because the sockets are thicker. They will scratch your finish right here. All that finish right here, it'll F it up. So you're better off using chrome sockets, especially the thinner ones. I've never had one blow up, ever, in my entire life. So, see, but then again, I don't go above 500 pounds. And on a car, maybe 80 pounds the most. Okay, word of advice. Never ever use an impact wrench to fully tighten your lug nuts. Just snug them, then use your wrench to hand tighten them. Never rely on that. It'll over torque it, and you end up warping your rotors. And there you go. She's getting tight. I don't have the cover for this. I need to get it. But whatever, I can live with it. But I mean, look, now you can't see any rust or anything like that. Let me see if I can get the brightness up. See? Higher. There we go. Anyways, she looks nice and clean. Except for that. Hold on. There you go. That's better. Yeah, she looks better. Way better. Alright. Alright, so the passenger side is already painted also. All this area is painted, so she will never rust again. The edge is also painted black. And the underside of the center part is also painted black, so it should never rust again. We'll slap that on tomorrow because I ran out of daylight. I'll paint the caliper, the bracket for the caliper, and maybe the pad so they look nice and putty. It should look really nice. It should look really nice now. All right, till tomorrow. It's the next day. I got the pads off. And I got the caliper off. And I'm just able to just barely get these Allen bolt heads for the bracket. And these things are super tight. Like, it feels like they're over 100 pounds. Anyways, bracket is out. I'm gonna go ahead and coil this thing back in. Yeah, I think it's counterclockwise or clockwise. If it starts coming out, it's the other way, right? Right. Might be counterclockwise. Yeah, it takes like a bolt right here. You just put the bolt in halfway, and then the other half you just and it goes in. So I'm gonna do that right now because this one's thinner than the one we're gonna put on here, so it's not gonna fit anymore. So I have to retract it. Okay. Other than that, everything looks good right here, except for here. Check it out. We had rim rubbing right here. Luckily, it didn't go all the way through, so we're good. We're still good. So I added one of these to keep it away from the rim. Okay, removing the cover so we can remove the rotor. Just like that. That's simple. Oh, perfect. It's covered and greased. That's actually pretty good. That's the way I like to see them. Otherwise, you can run these dry. And you will be crying, my friend. You will be crying. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and clean this mess so I can see where the cotter pin is. Okay, I just unbent them. Okay. I usually put everything just in the little cup. Keep everything together, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Take the crown off. The locking crown. Did I say locking? I meant locking. And let's see. I don't think this thing was tight. Cause right there, that's where more or less it should be. I can feel the pressure. It should be about there. And this thing was like right there. Hokey. Hokey. I don't know, man. Somebody's been in here, didn't know what it was doing. Or it's just worn out bearing. Probably that, yeah. Probably worn out bearings. Okay, to get that bearing out, you just, see. There you go. So, I'll put this here. Rotor coming off. All right. See, this one has ABS, but this car is 89 before ABS. When people actually drove for a living versus the computer driving for you. All right, look at the sensor. It's full of metal. Look, this is all ferrite metal. Ew. Oh, that was a bad idea. Yeah, it's ferrite metal. I wonder if this was actually working on that car. Because When you have too much ferrite metal, it confuses the ABS and it doesn't work right. Okay, whatever. Okay, everything looks good. I'm gonna go ahead and clean this. I'm not gonna show you that because it's just boring shit. And then I'm gonna paint this, paint the caliper, paint this bracket because it looks like shit, just like the other one did. And we'll slap it back together. Okay, so I got lucky. I was actually able to find a 12 millimeter Allen wrench socket. Anyways, but if you don't, what you do is you grab 12 millimeter bolts and nuts, and you lock them. You put it in, and you grab it with you know, your standard wrench. You turn it, and that's it. So I got lucky on this one. So basically, I'm just, you know, doing that. But on this one, you need to put pressure on it to make it sink as you're spinning it. Otherwise, you'll just spin. Yeah, I know. They're a pain in the ass. So this is the way I did it, okay? I grabbed one of these wooden clamps, you know, that I use for wood projects. And basically went around over here, clamped it on that side. And this end, I just put it on the center of my ratchet. Put pressure on it, you know, some, you know, decent pressure. And then I spun the ratchet. You know, you can still do that even though it's under pressure from here. And yeah, she's fully collapsed. See? Ta-da! Okay, that's just a tech tip for you guys that are working on these newer rear brake systems. Okay, she's all nice and painted. We're gonna put this rotor back on. So nice and greased. Both inner and outer bearings have been re-greased. So they should be nice and smooth. Oh, here it is. See, she's nice and red. Yeah, that was a messy job. I had to go wash my hands. Cause I need to take this off. Hey, on the home stretch. On the home stretch. So again, when you guys are torquing this nut, generally it doesn't go like really tight, but it just goes tight for a little while. Like, okay, that's super tight. You spin it. Okay, it's doing that because it's hitting the caliper. Don't freak out. There we go. You spin it and you can feel the resistance. There's a lot of resistance. Okay, you just do that for a little couple of turns and then you back off. And you, okay, like right there has like no resistance right there on the nut. And just, that's it right there. That's all you need. That is all you need. Okay. Castle nut. Like, yay. I think I got the right one. No, I didn't. Let's see if I can spin it. Okay. No, that's not going to work either. Might work now. That might work. That might work. Let's find out. Yeah, that'll work. Cotter pin. I'm just going to bend these like that. Put the cover back on. But I need 2 hands for that. Alright, we're almost done with this pain in the ass. Is it all the way in? Yeah, it is. There we go. So now we just clean the edges, and I have to decontaminate my rotor. I got a lot of grease spots on the surface. Whatever. Let me decontaminate, and we will put everything back together. Perfect. She's done. All back together. She looks a lot better now. It's already, I already checked the brakes. You know, the brakes do work. Right now it's locked. I can't move it because I got the handbrake on. So I know it works. So I'm going to put the rim back on and wait for next week so we can go get some new tires for this baby. Ta-da! Completely done. Okay, so I have to bring it down so I can properly torque it with my breaker bar. Do not use this to torque these. Okay, you will always over torque. You're gonna warp your rotors. Don't do that. You can use them to snug them and then jump over to your breaker bar or torque wrench, whatever makes you happy. You know, I've been doing this since I was 15, so I know how much power to put into this, and it'll be perfectly tight. I gotta fix some other stuff underneath the car right now, like my exhaust. Yeah, yeah, she's ripped, completely ripped. So I have to go get some of these new ones. I was wondering why I was rattling, you know, when I was idling, because I could hear the exhaust muffler rubbing on a piece of metal, and yeah, I was rubbing on the subframe. This subframe right here was rubbing. So yeah, she's broken. So I have to go get another one. Actually, I'm gonna replace them all. So I'm gonna go get a whole bunch of them. All right, that is pretty much it, muchachos. Ahí los guacho. Hasta la próxima. Later, dudes and dudettes.